down
stay
there.
in Texas?
I've been in Fort Worth. I've been up in North Dallas. I
Uh-huh.
ran away. I ran away as soon as I didn't even last a month. I still remember my dear family friend. He it was 105. It wasn't even the summer yet. It was barely going into May, and I said it's 105, and I remember just going, man, this heat is horrible. You get out of the shower, you're already sweating. And
Yep.
he says, oh, Cuzzo, because that's what he called me, cousin. Listen, Cuzzo, just wait till you get. This is nothing. It gets to 115 daily. I said, no, I'm
No,
sorry. I said, oh no.
no.
I said, no, I gotta go. I said, I'm sorry, but that you lost me there. And so I called my boss. I hadn't even been out there for a month. I called my previous boss and I let him know the situation. And I said, listen, I'm going to wait for this week's paycheck because we got to get some obviously funding and tickets and get all of the stuff to move back because we were doing a full state move, me and the wife, and decided not to. And so he said, well, why can't you come? Why do you have to wait? I said, well, because of the funds. The earliest I can get the check is Wednesday. He goes, well, how much would it be? It's about $1,500. It's long story short. He goes, well, don't worry about it. I'll go ahead and wire it to you. And so you said, when can you get your first ticket? I said, well, I already looked it up. It's Greyhound on Monday, you know. And she says, so if I give you I wire it right now, you go get that ticket. I'll see you here on Wednesday and you'll start working. I'll put it, long story short, not only did he wire me that money, I wired me extra money. He was the vice president of the company back then, a very dear mentor of mine, which I still uh, associate with. And I have a friendship and a relationship with him that I respect. So he didn't even let me go home. I actually came back and I was dropped off at the Greyhound. We got picked up. We didn't do planes at all back then. It was just fear of ours. So Greyhound and the family picked us up, picked up all of our suitcases, everything else, dropped me off at work, and then they all went back to the house. So I didn't even see my house until that evening. And my boss back in the time would let me work from, don't tell OSHA, I work from 6 a.m. till 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I work from 6 a.m. To 2:30 was the morning shift, and then from 2:30 to 9 was the afternoon shift. But I was, let's just say that I was a special person that they made special arrangements for. So I made my own hours, and they said absolutely. So I did not see my house coming back until that evening and rest. But it was a wonderful learning experience, and it just went to show that he was such a good man and supportive in my journey. And so I went back and finished out another 8 years there. So stayed in California, and I don't think we're gonna move out, Nancy. I know that some folks love it out there, and but just with the sensitivity and the heat, and now with the wife's four autoimmune diseases, the heat really, the heat and the sun, and then her skin is, yeah, it's really, it's doing a number on her right now here in Southern California with a heat wave. So
Mm, yeah. We stay inside. We don't get
okay,
out.
yeah, yeah. All right. I think this is being recorded. I know they're streaming live on YouTube. So I think, again, maybe they're going to just chop it up and do things like that. So with all that said and done, it's 24. You guys want to just kick it off at the 25th minute and just reintroduce ourselves and then kind of go from there?
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I believe Nancy's going to have an event that she's going to talk about. But yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And Sue. Oh, Sue. Oh, that's what we're waiting for. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Sue Rostov is she's the
Well then,
and
let me shut up
she's
because
the
yeah, you're absolutely right. I didn't know if it was Sue or Sue Brooks because Sue Brooks also has something to do with financial. I believe I may be getting my people mixed up, but
well, no, yeah,
it's
Sue
one.
Rostov is actually the wife of
Yes, I
Kurt
remember.
Rostov. Yeah.
Uh-uh.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said let me shut up because we're gonna just wait on her. So Kurt, Sue, and Emily are the bosses around here. So we just follow suit. That's why I was asking Alan for you to reach out to Emily, Kurt, and Sue and let me know.
Oh,
Let's get
yeah.
Casper involved back into this, and um, so that Nancy knows, Casper, where you're from and what you do, or
Yeah,
where you're
sure.
joining us from, and what you do.
Yeah, I'm Casper from sunny South Africa. I'm a life and business coach, helping people just to boost their self-confidence mainly. Do any type of life coaching, but my focus is to help people just to be more confident in themselves, overcoming limiting beliefs, believe in themselves, and yeah, just be more confident. And my business side, helping businesses in their teams just to be more confident. Like I said, from the salesperson to the front desk receptionist. So if your company or your people or your workforce, your team are more confident in themselves, your business can grow as well. So yeah, that is where I come in, and yeah, and to find yourself. That is my main thing in life, is to just to be yourself, and there you can grow your confidence from.
Mhm.
Absolutely agree. And all right. So again, I just didn't want to sit in an awkward silence. So that's
Well, no, yeah, yeah. I told Emily that we're here. Um,
yeah. But I think
and
we are waiting for Sue, so that's why.
yeah, she will be in just a second. And Catherine, I noticed the accent. It sound. You said you're from South Africa. It it sounded when I was in Germany. I was in Germany from '87 to '90 in the military, 13 Bravo. I detected German accent, or is that? Forgive me if it comes. I hear South African and German accent. Is that similar, or just my hearing is a little off? Because I always respect cultures, but I hear the accent and I said, okay, is that you know, um,
I love accents too. So it might be something that's just kind of weird about us because I gotta tell you, Casper, is I love accents too,
Mm.
and I'm always I'm always intrigued. We have wonderful throughout the U.S. We have wonderful accents, and it
Yeah.
is typical. It is typical to. It is
Yeah, and the
typical.
same for us as well. In the north of the country, you have this. You speak the same language, but it's a different accent.
Mhm,
And in the
mhm.
south, like where I'm living, is close to Joburg, Johannesburg, and
Mhm.
they speak it a different, it's like a slang or something. And then the
Yes.
bottom, like Cape Town,
Yeah.
is different as well. So yeah, when you drive to the other part of the country, you must actually um, learn that accent as well,
Yeah.
because
Yes.
if you come if you, even if you come even if you come there, you can know this is a different person, or they're coming from a different province and stuff like that. So yeah, the
Yes.
accent is quite strange.
well, no, yeah, well, I'm glad. Thank you, Christian, for rescuing me for that. I wanted to use that word, intrigued as well, because it's fascinating. People talk to me and they say, Ellen, you have an accent. I say, I do. Somebody else when I was in Germany, they said, where are you from? I said, well, my true mother I never met. I was from the foster community, so I don't know. I'm a mutt, and so yeah, it's hard mess with people, but I think it's just incredibly, and Nancy knows that Texas. I'm a Dodger fan and a Dallas Cowboy fan, so I always mess with, and of course that really gets people. Huh? I don't know. That doesn't mean that. I was like, well, I get creative. They know that I love my Texas when it comes to Dallas Cowboys, but then I get a little flack from my associate who's, oh, really? Oh, so I hear Tom Brady and I'm like, okay, have you never heard of do not mess with Texas? California, Texas do not mess with. We just have this territorial support for one another, love each other, and of course, Nancy. I saw her. But it was Nancy Cotton, and then there was another Nancy, and I kept calling them the two Nancys. So I'm glad there's only one Nancy here because then I won't get confused.
Well, I'm from a small town in Texas, and so I've been told that I have this hick accent, and I probably do. I've lived in Fort Worth, though, for most of my life. Just grew up in a small town, for 18 years and then left. But I think people say I still have that hick accent. So I can't get
I,
out of it. I don't know how.
Well, no, you
I
have
think
that. You have the accent that it would just like somebody that is comforting and loving and
Southern.
just saying, "Hey,
It,
check it, that
it's
southern."
the South. It's that Southern. Yeah. Let me go ahead and absolutely, and it tells a lot. It tells well, it tells a lot. It can tell a lot. I apologize. It can tell a lot because you still have, and when people use those, those terms, if Nancy, if you will, um, it's because I used to get really offended because a lot of people didn't understand. English is not my first language. That's one of the beautiful things. I normally wait till we're in deep conversations about things, and I go, wouldn't you know, English is not my first language, and they're going, what? So, bottom line is, it can be telling of someone, but it also doesn't necessarily have to be something that they've identified with. Some people could take what do you mean I have a southern accent? And so, but the derogatory terms and things like that, I definitely, again, that just goes back to people not knowing. They're just not knowing. I won't go as far as ignorance because I don't want to ruffle those feathers because they already may not know that they're doing it, but using those types of words is just, it's just information that they just don't know about. Just kind of the how money workbooks is. Listen, we were taught math. I know basic math, elementary, at least in the U.S., right, and most around the world, at least. And I know Lydia is trying to bring education to Kenya. Just a little brief thing that we're working on. But my point being is that we're educated and we have our basics with basic math, multiplications, divisions. Is money, how money works, utilizing quantum mechanics, quantum physics, or calculations of that nature? Nope. So then, are they using basic math? Yes. So then we don't really, we don't really. It's not like we're learning something new, right? Mathematically wise, but and I know that I'm setting it up, but I know Nancy and how money works books work is exactly that, is to teach people, teach, learn, right? You're teaching us how to better manage, how to add and subtract in the right columns, and divide in the and multiply, and so again, I go back to that. It's just, it's now, am I ignorant? I guess I will say I'm ignorant when it comes to, or I was ignorant when it came to what to do with money and how to allocate and things like that. Now, again, I go back to, and no, I'm not touting myself or my intelligence, but in fact, I do have a very high intelligence level, and I actually do have and have calculus, and I actually graduated early from high school and took all of the wonderful math that it is, and I excel in it because of God's talent that He's instilled in me and my gifts in my brain. But still, even though advanced in mathematics and everything else like that, when it comes to a checkbook, when it comes to budgeting, when it comes to finances, when it comes to family, when it comes to allocating, complete just not where I should have been. And I wish I would have known about how money works a lot sooner. So I am behind it. And just to let you know, I know obviously there's a lot of folks in the work in the how money works books are. Ellen did share that with me, and I actually, true to Alan's statement, but please don't get mad, okay? Oh, you can't see it, but
Yeah, it is. No, hey, I say I actually have the other one too. I don't know if you saw the other one. It's
the new copy.
the new copy. This one
Oh,
for
take
women.
control.
Take control, and it says
Because
stop
of the
being a
green.
sucker book.
Yeah,
But it's how many books for women.
yeah, yeah.
And of course, both of those I got from Lee Rosenblum and Lee. And there's DeWitt. See, DeWitt is over there taking notes. He don't think we see him sneaking up in the corner. Good. Welcome to. We're waiting for Sue, Mr. DeWitt. How are you? Oh, okay. Wait. I think I scared him off. And yeah, Nancy, with the whole compounding and Rule of 72, and oh my goodness, boy, in my daily life, I say, I help financial literacy, but that's access to it. It's access to the experts like yourself. I do not go down that road on trying to open that can of worms, because then I get caught up in this. Well, how does it? And who did? I said, well, no. That's not, as I used back in the military. It's above my pay grade. So I don't go to places that, you don't go to the mechanic and then ask him to perform open heart surgery. That would not end well. So,
Right.
So I always tell people, stay in your lane. And Casper, life coaching, that is a service that so many people need. Everybody's walking around just aimlessly. I know I would have needed you probably about 10 years ago. Now people say, huh? You were shy? Yeah. And there is a legendary the master himself. I'm surprised he doesn't have my favorite card behind him. Rudy. Christian Casper. Do you know Rudy? Rudy is a genuine gentleman who, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking. Rudy, there's my car. Okay, now
There we go.
I'm gonna sit up now. There you go. Welcome to the party, Rudy.
Alan, wonderful to see you. How you been?
Great, man. Trying to survive this 109 in California, man. It's just, I'm gonna ship it your way. I'm gonna ship it back to you.
Ooh, yeah, that's a little toasty. I would die.
Yeah, love that car, man. What is that? A Lamborghini, or is that a?
That's a for our 812 competition. They only made 500 of them. They're currently 5 for sale in the whole world that I can find. They're not cheap, and I am currently manifesting that into my future because I know I can have one. So I figured why not? And also the prerequisite for having something like that means I have to help a whole lot of people first. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice. Rudy, where are you joining us from and what do you do? Just so we get just a real brief.
100%. Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
not
I'm from.
recording. We're still waiting for Sue. So,
Oh, cool,
uh,
cool.
yeah, I just like I hate awkward
Right?
silence, and then instead of sitting here twiddling our thumbs and trying to catch up on emails, I think breaking down the ice and getting
Oh,
to
yeah.
know each other, we can play better off and have a little bit better conversations.
100%. So I'm from the tiny little, currently sunny town of Florence, Oregon. Oh, my cats are secretaries. Hi, what are you doing? You stuck? What are you doing? Here, let's. Oh, that's painful. That's painful. Okay, sit on my shoulder. Thank you. Um, this happens regularly. Here, off.
Oh
There
no,
we
I'm
go.
familiar with this cat. I know. The boss is in the house. Just as the cat
They
came in to play, Sue stepped into the.
my children, my fur children. I'm from the sunny town of Florence, Oregon, and I teach financial literacy, the basics that everybody can use to better their financial future. I'm kind of a nerd like that. Because we don't teach it in school. Real quick, my tagline is finance is not an F word, because we don't talk about money either. I'm aiming to change that too.
Yeah. All right, so we got two money experts, and Sue is muted, so we will get her unmuted and chime in because she's the boss.
Yeah, I love to think that. How you guys doing? So glad to
Yeah.
see everyone here.
You look like you're on vacation, Sue. Where in the world is our ticket? How in the world we need to get huh?
I'm gonna flip my screen around. I'm actually in a unique place. because you'll hear noise in the background every so often here. But I am on the opposite side of the water right now. If you can see across the water, there's red sand beach and a lot of people. This
Oh, that
actually
lake thing that you
is
guys do.
this is the Wisconsin State Water Ski Tournament, the show ski tournament. So
Yes.
there are ski shows happening every hour and a half. So they're 1 hour shows, and there was a show that literally just ended maybe 5 minutes ago. So in 25 minutes, the next show is going to start. And so this is a tournament. I'm on the opposite side because I also have the dog with me, and she's not
Oh,
allowed
he is
over there.
resting. You done wore him out.
Yeah, she's a happy camper right now. Literally, we are tent camping. Like, so that is where the tournament's happening. And then as you go on the other side and you go all the way down the waterway there's campgrounds. So we're all staying we're actually in a tent this weekend in the campgrounds. But this
Nice.
is, in some respects, where a lot of this all started for us with doing adaptive water skiing. We did at this tournament, you can say that there's literally thousands of people here. And we, in the summer of 2014, did several adaptive skiing demos in between the shows, like right now, where there's a calm time like this, where there's each team has 20 minutes to get set up with all their equipment. They have 1 hour to run their show and then 10 minutes to put all their equipment away. So each team literally has 90 minutes of time. And during this time right now is basically when we were allowed to come in and do an adaptive demo right in front of this massive audience. So it caught on, and in a matter of in about 2 years' time, we helped move the whole idea of having adaptive water skiing available. There were, I think, 5 sites in the entire state that had the equipment and the know-how for doing it at the time. And we took it up to close to 30 sites in the state that was able to do, that is still able to do this. And we actually did some yesterday, just on the if you go to the right, from where I'm sitting, where actually the direction the boats are coming from, we actually had some adaptive skiing that we did with some individuals here yesterday at noon. So this has become a tradition to do that here at the tournament. And then we have several days down by us on the southern end of the state where we do the same thing. So this is, I wasn't sure I would be able to be on here right now because with all this going on, soon, well, what did I say? Maybe at this point, maybe 20 minutes, another show will start. And I think it'll be fun to I'll have my screen up so you can actually see what's happening in the background here. But this is quite an event for us, and has turned into massive, wonderful memories here, and we're still making more. So it's a great place, and I'm glad you guys are here. I can show you some of some of the things we've been talking about forever.
No, yeah, you've been mentioning that for a while, and we're just so in awe, because we were talking about being jealous in a good way. But we're come envious, and we're proud of you. You and Kurt deserve that, and your family. And just send me a pineapple by FedEx. I'll be waiting for tomorrow. No, that's awesome.
So we are smack dab in the middle of the state of Wisconsin. So if anybody would have asked you, would you ever think that the cold, supposedly cold place of the northern part of the United States here, being Wisconsin, that we are the show ski capital of the world? We have more show ski teams here in our state than anywhere else in the whole wide world, which I still think is kind of crazy. But that's where this tournament going on here. It's literally the largest show ski tournament anywhere.
Wow, that's great. And that's 10 years, so that is phenomenal. And I'm not just honored and I obviously giddy for you guys, and definitely something that you guys could commemorate. Obviously, now you said 2014, so now it's been 10 years, and such a massive thing, and things that you guys have grown out to be. So it's also a true testament, and I love the fact that we're able to do this, Sue, for you, obviously, and Kurt, because it shows you how two people can make such a change, and it's not necessarily overnight, but nothing great really. I mean, yes, births are done overnight and things like that, but God, Lee, that's 9 months in, right? um so empowering folks to one person, two people together, I mean, it just takes a mission, and it might take you a while, but guess what? In the last 10 years, what have we accomplished for ourselves? What have we done for ourselves? Well, that's great, but you guys did it for somebody else and for a whole community and built this up. So absolutely, I see it. Again, I'm glad I was able to join you guys today. Super stoked, super stoked,
Awesome.
and to
Well,
grow,
and I know
and to grow.
you guys were doing intros when I hopped on here. Did you guys all get to introduce yourself? I'm sorry I didn't get on here sooner. You guys all did? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. And let's see, yeah, actually, I'm gonna be moving around here a little bit as I'm on here because, like I said, I'm got the dog. I'm trying to keep happy here as we're doing this as well.
Yeah.
Um, but actually, I can see there are some boats that are starting to come out here now. So, here, come here, Minnie. Um, there are some boats that are starting to show up. So this would be I believe the next team. The next team is coming out, or if this is the last team leaving. I can't quite see
Could you
from
do
here.
us a favor and see what if what kind of view we would get to if you go landscape mode?
Oh, sure.
Just wondering, just based on the. Oh, there we go, there we go, there we go.
Nice.
So you can see just off over this way, there's a jump in the water. So that
Yeah.
big triangle thing. So that we've got guys who can do amazing flips and tricks and whatnot off of that jump. The starting point, hold on one second. Come here, dog.
Yeah, is this a competition, Sue, or is it just the best of the best all come together?
It is actually a competition. So they have 3 divisions. Division 1 is the largest, biggest teams that have the most, honestly, the most, I was going to say the most talent, but they just have an abundance of talent. And so that's D1. D2 is kind of tends to be the more medium-sized teams, and D3 tends to be some of the smaller teams because they get scored points. I don't know if you can see. There's the 2 white topped tents, and in between them is a blue covered area, and the blue area there is where the judges sit. And there's, gosh, I'm not even sure if it's 9 or 10 judges that are scoring an amazing number of different aspects of the show production. There's a score that goes in for the person that's announcing, for the sound crew, for the boat crew, for safety, for all of the acts that are going on the water, all the different things that they do. Everything gets some kind of a point value, and then at the end of the show, end of the division, they will add up all the points and just see who scored the most points in that division, and then they will award the trophies and everything at the end of the day. So that's, oh my goodness.
That is great.
So if you can see off on the side over here, it's hard for me to see on my screen, there's a kind of it looks like a sandy area. It's actually a big tan rug. That is the staging area for the skiers. So they bring their equipment down there, and at the water line, right where there's a couple of boats sitting there, at that point is where the starting dock is. So the skiers will sit on that dock, and that's where they take off from. So, and then they kind of, it circles around where that jump is. So this is basically the.
Oh, I see a boat going by. Hey, tell them, hey, oh, whoa. I see. Wow.
That looks like fun, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
They'll be doing that with some barefooters and jumpers and pyramids and all sorts of stuff coming up here shortly. So go ahead.
Rudy and I are going to have an event next week on Thursday. Wondered if we could talk about that for just a minute.
That'd be awesome. Please do.
Nancy, do you want to go first? Or do you want me to go first?
I'll let you go first.
All right, so and I did fix the flyer. I did not know Bitly links were case sensitive. I learned something new today. So what I do, or what we're doing together, is we're doing an event that is catered toward neurodivergent individuals and then families with neurodivergent loved ones. I am really, really excited about the presentation Nancy and I are going to be doing. It is going to be absolutely amazing. We're going to go over some of the topics of money, and I'm going to throw in some of the unique things I've experienced in my financial journey being neurodivergent. That's going to be really, really cool. And Nancy's going to go over some of the things that parents with neurodivergent loved ones have to be mindful of as well with their financial features. That's going to be really awesome. What I will do is I'll put the flyer in the chat. So you guys can download it, scan the QR code, check it out. It is, let me just make sure I have my date right. It is the 25th at 5 p.m. Pacific time.
That's 7 p.m. Central Time, where I am. We realized that a lot of families do not know about how money works. And we've been talking about that a little bit with Christian and Alan and Casper. And especially parents who have children on the spectrum. And I meet with children all the time. I'm an autism advocate as well as a financial educator. And in talking with all these families, they don't even know what a special needs trust is, much less how money works. And so Rudy and I decided that this was a great time for us to educate those folks. So we have an event on Eventbrite. It is called How Money Works for Neurodivergents and Their Families. And he has put the flyer in the chat. If anybody wants to look at that, you can actually scan the QR code and register on Eventbrite. And then you will be ready to be on the Zoom that we will do. This is for anyone in the United States. And we are really, really excited to do this. Rudy, I think, has been wanting to do this for a long time. I haven't been in this company very long myself, and I honestly did not know how money worked whenever I started. I did not know the rule of 72. I did not know that you could get some things that will help in your retirement. I had an old 401k that was doing nothing, and now I have something that will probably leave a legacy for my family, which I am excited about. And I want to tell everybody else about that too. We won't have time at the event, but that's what we do for people. We give them hope. We give them information. We talk about all kinds of things that are possible for them. And so we just wanted to tell about this, be on this podcast for a few minutes and get the word out, hoping that you guys will actually send this out to people you know too. Rudy, you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I had no idea that my blessing of neurodivergence affected me as much as it did financially. I figured that was oh, I'm just a hyper kid. Oh, I'm just like a little bit loud and outside the box and creative. And I didn't understand that one of the major aspects of my lovely little blessing was more or less a dopamine deficiency in my brain, which when this was explained to me, I was like, oh, that's why the past 25 plus years of my life has been this way. Okay. That's really good to know. I wish I knew this 20 years ago. That's cool. It explained everything from my driving habits to my buying habits. And I said, oh, wow, this is a big deal. This is a really big deal. And I'm wondering how many other neurodivergent individuals are having similar issues because we don't even necessarily know how it affects us. It just happens. Time blindness was another one. Even the simple thing of, oh, I'll deal with it later, or I'll take care of it in 5 minutes, and comes 3 hours later, like, oh, I'm just going to take care of that later. Even the concept of time is a little bit different for us. So being cognizant of that and knowing these types of things and how they affect us could make a really, really big difference in our future. And honestly, if I had somebody in my corner telling me this stuff, as well as teaching me the things I should have learned in school, I might just have the car behind me right now. So it's it's very interesting. It's very, very interesting. And because we see the world differently, we tend to learn differently, which is a very,
I,
very good thing because that means we get to have a unique perspective.
I think it's beautiful, and thank you for sharing that, Rudy. It's to be able to be as open and honest, and I want to share with you that the first time I learned that I was affected with neurodivergent um, was July 20th, 2024, and it was a gentleman by the name of Rudy Gargioni. So when somebody says, and it was a wonderful lady in South Africa, and so we continue to say this: we don't know what we don't know.
Mm.
But check this out. But check this out. If we continue to cultivate wonderful people with kindness, no matter where, Casper, thank you, South Africa,
Mm.
where we are at, if we can reflect that in our and live that, then we can help others, because just because I don't know how money works doesn't mean that I need to be scolded on. And then if I don't know how money works and I didn't even know, and I swear to you, I started looking it up and I'm going like, oh, this is what my wife's been talking about, and how, and like the time, and she goes like, you have no perception of time. So really quickly, I've had and I've suffered, but I also had an accident in 2000 where I was run over and I actually died and was in a coma. Uh, Still here, so definitely serve a purpose. and so I didn't know what it was called, but the and I'm not making light of it, but to going back to this is, if Nancy and you would have came in here and you got to know this and you gotta, and you should know, and wait, you're how old, and and a lot of our professionals and a lot of our leaders, that's how they tend to speak, because they've built out calluses and things like that. And so I go back to this, and I'm gonna just go ahead and finish on saying that the way that you explained it, the way that you expressed about it, and how you're communicating allowed me to feel comfortable enough to share that with you, Rudy, and allowed me to say, hey, and I said it at the beginning with Nancy before you got here, I'm good at math. I'm extremely brilliant at math. But when it comes to money, um, and now with after I just read what I read, Rudy, yes, uh, hey, look, I got all this. So now what do I do? And so even that allocating, putting, I know you guys discuss envelopes, or some of these things that I've kind of heard about. I showed her the book. Don't get mad. I haven't read it. It's just not where my brain. And again, you know it, so
I know
I could
exactly
tell
what
you.
that's like. Yeah. It's so interesting. Like I'm really good at making money. Problem is that only takes you so far. You could only work so many hours in a day. That's what I did when I was selling cell phones, when I was selling cars. I was good at it. I was good at making money. And I figured, oh, if I want more money, I'll just make more money. That's easy. What I missed, and this was a lot in my 20s, is I missed, wait a minute, money can work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I can't. Nobody brought that up to me, because if they did, I would be like, oh, I'm making all this money. I'm going to put away, because I had very little bills. I'll put away half of that and throw half of that into something that will work for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's what would have been a great idea. But nobody came to me with that. Nobody came to me out of high school saying, hey, Rudy, there's some things you need to know about money. Nobody. My grandmother, who worked for Morgan Stanley Dean Witter for 23 years, didn't really talk about money. Nobody taught my parents either. It's 3 generations. This stuff is simple. Some of the math I learned was harder than this. And I do love math too. I'm a nerd for numbers. Um, of course, go figure. But it's just so interesting. Like I didn't learn this type of stuff till I was 35. I'm 37 now. I'm 38 in August 30th. But it's interesting. Like it's okay to learn it late. It doesn't matter when you learn it, as long as you learn it. It's never too late to start. It's never too late to change course. It took me a minute because nobody was in my corner teaching me this stuff, but it's all good. Now I'm making very different decisions with how I take care of my money, which is good.
Yes.
It's all good. Like that's why I tell people there's no judgment. It's all
There you go.
good. We've all been there. I've been at both ends of the
Yeah.
spectrum more than once. And that's the big thing I want people to know about is it's never a judgment thing. It's a hey, you are where you are. It's all good. Now let's see how we can get you to where you want to go. Like
Yeah.
that's the key to this. And it's all about the knowledge and the empowerment and the clarity. And maybe a little bit of hope at the end of that too.
Yeah. Well, listen, I minored in math in college. Now I am 77 years old and I didn't learn this until 76. So it's not too late. I hope.
There you go. And I have a friend of mine, he got an this blew my mind. He has his MBA. He learned business finance. I hope you guys are sitting down for this. They never taught him personal finance.
Mhm. Yeah.
And the thing is, if you have bad personal finance habits, that's going to translate into your business.
Yes.
You might know all the business stuff, but if you're a spender, not a saver, you're going to do that in your business too. And look what's going to happen to your P&Ls. I mean, come on. But again, we don't teach that and we don't talk about it. That's why my tagline's finance is not an F word, because we don't talk about it. We treat it like an F word. We treat it like this terrible thing that nobody can talk about because I don't know, it might get struck by lightning or something. I don't know. It's crazy. So that's what
I think the big and we can get Casper in confidence to chime in on here if I'm going in the right direction. It's really about and goes back to is and maybe some of the chemicals that we need for confidence and learning and or some of the encouragement that we obviously Rudy and I would need to kind of go along with and it's not that I need somebody just kind of pat me in the back. But you know what? That's just how my brain works and functions. So I need to eat a little and then kind of move and get that yay. And so I obviously now understanding that as Rudy is cluing me in on this new thing that I'm going to be looking into because I actually was so scared of going back to the doctors because of the issue that I had. I was just so afraid of things. And I didn't want to meet reality where it was. And so that's one of the reasons why I never went back to my own personal neurosurgeon because I was just like, I don't want him to tell me any bad news. And if I stay away, and it's now, and I said it earlier, you can't say ignorant, but now I'm telling you right now, yes, complete ignorance. I didn't want anything. I didn't want to know. I didn't know. Want to know how it affected me. I didn't want to know what it could have done. I didn't want to know the damage. I was just being completely ignorant because of where I was in life. So this has opened up even more so, and I learn every day. And definitely it's never too late. If you're breathing, you can do it and you can make changes. You can teach an old dog new tricks. You absolutely can. And going back to that is by learning and practicing is how we make not perfect. It's just getting consistent and getting better at it. Because there is no perfection, and I think that speaks to each and every one in regards to the confidence. Because when we're more confident, then we're a little bit more equipped and we feel better about what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I think that'd be a little good point to highlight Casper as he's a coaching and life coach outside of the US, but still these theories and these mindsets and these things are universal and global. And another thing is they've been around for thousands and thousands of years before us. So it's not like we're making anything new. We're just communicating better and in better spaces. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, uh, Channel, and everybody that supports it, and everybody that watches it, everybody that's involved, everybody that is part of this organization. Again, it's spirit of the game and the ability. It's truly bringing a space where we are able to speak comfortably and accept one another and to share.
Yeah, Christian and I must say, the, the more you learn, the more you will get more confident. And that is the more you start to learn, like you said, on your money stuff, on your personal finances and everything, the more you will get more confident and you feel better about yourself. Because the same with me, a couple of years ago, quite a couple of years ago, before me and my wife was getting married, my finances was also down the drain and making a lot of there was just problems in my finance. I was working, and end of the month there was nothing left. So my light bulb or my light moment came on when I start having a budget. So as soon as I'm working with a budget in my personal finances as well, my money working out. So at the end of the day, I see, well, I have a couple of money left, and yeah, I can start buy some more stuff, something like that. But the main thing was I will start making a budget. So I allocate some money for this, some medical expenses, some money for my vehicle, whatever. And at the end of the day, there was money left over. So yeah, for me personally, making a budget was a light bulb moment for me. And yeah, and my confidence was growing from there. And said, well, at the end of the day, I got money left. I can start working, and everything is working out for me. So yeah, the more you learn, the more you will get more confident in yourself, and you start believing in yourself. Because the main thing is, if you start not believing in yourself, like I'm not worthy, or I'm not capable, or anything like that, then I mean you start losing confidence in yourself. So the more you learn, the more confident you will get. So yeah, that is my take on it.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Casper. Thank you. And I absolutely agree with you. Learning, and then practicing, because learning and then not applying it. I used to love the old age, and boy, teachers hated when knowledge is power. No, it's not. I can chuck a book across the room, and that's as much power as it's going to give you. If you don't open it and you read it, well, that's where's the power. If you start applying it, what you learned, there's the power. So I say applied knowledge is power. And
100%.
the only thing that the books, encyclopedias before folks, people are going encyclo what? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody listening to this 2024 podcast, knowledge did not exist online before. We had to do work to get knowledge. We had to work to gather educational resources and gather that. It was not at our fingertips. So please do, um, use the basics and things that we need as a culture and as a people. The hunting and gathering, we still have to understand that we are still hunter and gatherers. We still want to collect the information, but let's put it to use and share with our tribe. So absolutely, thank you for that, Casper. And it is very important to learn that and agree. Nancy and Rudy, definitely make sure, one more time, when that event is, who's hosting it, what time, and how do we sign up?
It is on Thursday, July the 25th. It is at 5 o'clock Pacific. That is 8 o'clock Eastern. And we have Eventbrite where you can register. And if you look at the flyer that Rudy has put into the
Yep.
chat, there is a QR code. If you scan that, that is where you can register for the event. And he and I will be doing that. We're excited to do it. We're looking forward to having a lot of people that want to learn about money.
And I will
There
be
you
there. I've already downloaded the event. I will support. I spoke to Nancy yesterday, and she told me that Rudy was going to put it. I said, anybody who knows me, I'm a master connector, and I will be sharing it on my LinkedIn, and blah, blah, and all over the place, because at the end of the day, you're right. When it comes to confidence, that Catherine mentioned, and Christian mentioned, with the having the divergent. I myself don't understand, but I do say that, you know, you learn to understand and be humble. My wife suffers mental health. I'm a mental health advocate. And anybody knows financial literacy, ending mental health stigma, and eradicating poverty is what I do. But when I say that, I now can say confidently that it's not me, it's we. And I go to the experts. And in this case, ladies and gentlemen, the experts is Rudy and Nancy. They'll be there. Will you? Just wonder, just one master connect. We're just having conversations and confidence and being supportive, because at the end of the day, how do we learn the rule of 72? How do we understand to get the confidence and the confidence? We start somewhere, and the journey starts on Thursday the 25th, 2024. Alan Holmes will be there. Where will you be? Just wondering. Back to you, Nancy and Rudy. We appreciate you. I see shoes over there. Where did the dog go? They're somewhere over there. They're hiding. Maybe they're finding the confidence and getting more people to come to your event on Thursday. That's what they're doing. Just checking. Oh, well, it's about 101 out here in California. That looks like they're just relaxing out there in Wisconsin. Man, love that car, Rudy. I know Rudy knows that. I was on the Autobahn in Germany, and they start putting up, speed limits. So back there, and then 88 to 89. Oh, let's just say I went 80 miles in 20 minutes. So go figure. It was a hoot. Now I have to behave myself and kind of zoom all over the place and be a part of the crowd here. Just having fun. But yeah, this is a great group here, and a great conversation, spirit of the games, and word of ability, no matter where you are in life. I love this channel, love this group. Kurt and Emily has been supporting us away, and we're going to support you, Nancy and Rudy, on Thursday, and just step back and just be in learning mode. Because sometimes they say if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. So definitely, I want to learn from you two and just see how you two are changing the world. Just figuring out how we can help you and support you.
Thank you, Alan. That it just means a lot to me.
Yeah, I had a book. Here, just let everybody know Alan not just bumping his gums, because people think, yes, you did.
There
Get
it
the
is.
book.
Yeah.
Love that book.
Actually, show us that book again.
Put that
in front of your
okay.
screen.
See, I won't sing. I won't start singing now. That'll turn everybody. It'll be like, oh, we want the numbers to go up. So there you go.
Nancy, I got a question for you. Is it what do you think is the most common pitfalls that people have in their personal finances? And Rudy, you talk about something like that. So what do you guys think is a common pitfalls that people have in their personal finances, not business finance, personal finances?
They wait to save. If they were to start saving, one of our slides says if you start saving $113 a month when you are 20 years old at a 9% interest, which is doable, you can have $1 million whenever you retire at 67. That's $113. People blow that on Starbucks, Netflix, tennis shoes, just junk food. And they just don't understand what the time value of money is. And it is very important to get that part across.
That's a big one. I spent $210 a month on coffee in my 20s. Yeah, that's a thing. Honestly, I find it's almost too easy to spend money. We don't have an awareness of what it actually is doing to us. Yeah, we're going to get that new phone. It's, $38.76 a month. Okay, that's still a, $1,200, $1,500 phone. You know that, right? Oh, it's $38 a month. You're still spending $1,500 on a new phone. Do you actually need that? And the other thing too, one click buy on Amazon. Tap your card. Don't you have to enter your PIN number sometimes? Tap your watch, tap your phone. Our finances, our numbers on an app. It's not like we have to like reach into our pocket, grab a bunch of, a handful of these and buy whatever or write a check. Nobody keeps ledgers anymore. It's all on an app and it's a bunch of numbers. The connection we have to money, I think, is a lot less than what it used to be. So it's very easy to say, "Ooh, I'd like to buy that. I'm going to buy that." Click, and we don't think about what that could do for our future. And it does add up. The $7 here, the $30 there, the $50 there. Sure, only $7, $30, $50, sure, but compound that over a year. What are you actually spending?
One of my credit cards sent me a notice the other day that they are charging 34.99% interest for your credit card, the amount that you don't pay at the end of the month. 34.99%. It is just
Crazy.
ridiculous. And our students that turn 18 are getting these credit card applications left and right.
Yep.
My son got into this problem. He thought, oh, wow, I have $5,000 I can spend. And so he did. And it has taken him 20 years to understand that, oh my goodness, I made a really bad move there. I just did not think what I was doing. And I think that's a big part of it right there. Our children do not know when they leave high school what they need to know about money. And most of our schools are not teaching it. I believe the latest statistic was 26 out of the 50 states do not teach about money. And if they do, the ones that do, it's budgeting. It's not really the actual how money works things. So
Right.
I think that's a huge part of it too.
And have the discipline just to like saving and investing money, because it is so easy just to, like you said, get a credit card and start spending, but you must have the discipline just to start saving up, maybe on a I don't know how, but yeah, you can start saving up and investing it in
Yes.
In some funds or whatever. But yeah, for me it is as well. If you must have the discipline just to do that. Otherwise, it's just like water from a duck's back. You just roll off, and just next month you save a couple of dollars now, but next month you start buying something else again, buying a new watch or a phone or whatever. But yeah, you must have a debit order or whatever just to start saving up. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and people when I was in Germany, I actually was over there during when they had German marks. Now they have euros. So I actually walked in and changed it, and I brought them back over. And it is amazing how, and I'm probably going to date myself. I'll be like Rudy, August 9th, I'll be 55. And I was 21 when I left there. And I went through the years, and man, I said, no, I remember when Hostess, anybody knows that I love Hostess cakes, they were 49 cents. Now you go to the liquor store, you're almost taking out a mortgage. And I'm being facetious, but good gracious, $3 for donuts? Really? Are we going to go down that road? How in the world do you just want to just get me just off of tweets and everything? People cannot, and let's not talk about milk. A gallon of milk versus a pint of milk. In California, again, I may have to take out a certain up. What in the $5? Are we going down? So we're just okay. We're gonna have a half a cereal in the morning. So yeah, I'm making light of it, but at the same time, it is a very serious thing, and this is why your event is so important. There's so many people around the world, globally, just across. Please be there and support Rudy and Nancy, because, I myself, yes, I'll go ahead and put it out there. People know I had my identity stolen. Thank goodness I have my team working on it to getting it correctly. But when you have that, now you want about somebody else borrowing your name and putting things in, and that's a whole world that you have to be almost focused to make sure that, and you need a team of your tribe to help that happen, to pick up for it, because now we're going backwards and everything else, but without understanding how money works and which go over there and which, it just becomes, again, using the military terms, as a former veteran, it's above my pay grade. So I just go ahead and leave it to the experts like Rudy and Nancy to kind of educate us on properly. And, otherwise I'll be speaking to Casper about the conference, because it's, cause you to lose, because you start questioning yourself. Why didn't I save? Why didn't I, why didn't I start earlier? And, you're all these doubts, and now you have to keep up and match up. But what you two are doing and what this conversation is all about is just so important, and so many. And I thank you two both for taking time in your busy schedule to, be a part of here in this event, to kind of showcase and let the world know what you do, what you two do, and that I want to thank you on behalf of all of us here. Great conversation.
Very welcome.
Yes, you're welcome. We appreciate that, Alan.
And what is Sue over there doing? She's spending some more, or she's saving, and what she's handing out flyers to the event. I see that little. I don't see the dog at the ski. And
I saw some
my
skiers
buddy Christian just
a while back.
fell off. What did Christian disappear to? He does a disappearing act. He's probably showcasing your event somewhere.
Thank you.
We have Leon here. Leon?
Huh?
There's
Leon.
a-
Uh-oh.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Welcome. How's everything by you?
Everything's going good. We had a really successful garden party last week. It was a total success. We'll be able to get around almost 4,000 children and their families drinking water from the event.
Wow.
Isn't
That's
that
awesome.
great? So yeah,
That's
everything turned out.
huge. Congratulations.
Yeah, we had a opera singer that was performing. We had jazz and blues, R&B singer. It was a total success. And this place was the opera singer's home, and it was huge. And like I said, we had people there donating. We talked about the Hopi Navajo reservation with the water situation. And now we're able to send these filters out that'll probably be able to provide 4,000 people with drinking water with the filters that we're going to be putting out there. Each filter can provide 50 people with drinking water.
What kind of filters are they?
They're filters that takes out viruses and contaminants, and you can use it for gravity feeding, because a lot of places doesn't have electricity. So it's like a system that you can gravity feed. I'll send you some information on it and you can actually see the filters. But the specifications on the filter, it works like a UV light, but it's not a UV light, because remember, they don't have electricity. So we developed this special filter that actually takes out contaminants and viruses and work like a UV light. And this filter normally costs like $250, but they give it to us, the manufacturers, because we helped design it for $50. So how great is that, to be able to do that? And now through the fundraiser, we have two filters. We have one filter that takes out the forever chemicals and heavy metals. That filter is $25. And then we have that special filter that takes out viruses and contaminants, and that filter is $50. But like I said, that filter normally retails for $250, and we get it from the manufacturers for $50 a filter. But the good part is that you don't have to change it, either filter, to after 10,000 gallons of water has been used.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And the machine lasts for 30 years. But I can send you some information on both the machine. Now, the water unit with the filter is $150. And then we send the replacement filters after 10,000 gallons of water has been used. So it's a really good thing. And we're working with the Hopi and Navajo, and we're actually getting them clean water, and we're fundraising to get them the replacement filters so they don't even have to worry about that. Normally, they had to go 4 hours round trip to get clean water. So they would have to leave their home. And, just gas is so expensive. Can you imagine going 2 hours to get water and then coming back home 2 hours? And if you didn't have a car, you're walking. So that's pretty horrible. Yeah.
Hola.
Hey, Mariana, how's it going?
It's going unbelievable, fantastic, Leon. And I wanted to share some good news with you. Suzanne Sims, my co-writer, is in Ajijic, Mexico, which is south of me in San Carlos, Mexico. And we've been working on the climate change book for you called Cool Acts of Kindness, and featuring Waterflow the whale. And Suzanne is having an open house. She bought a house by the Unity Church of Ajijic, and she's having an open house tomorrow. And she has a guest, and she asked if we could hold off a week or so to continue writing. And I said, not a problem. But guess what? She's experiencing having no water. And that happens down here in Mexico as well with houses. So we hope that she gets water. And this is experience for us to, share it in the books. We've all experienced at different times. And anyway, we wish her well for her home opening and her amazing writing. So I'm currently taking a workshop started yesterday with Empath Oliver for, using your energies, protecting your energies with people, manifestation. And so during the week, I had a chiropractor come over and he realigned me, and he said, a lot of this is not really your stress on the physical part. It's a lot of mental stress that's going on. And I said, well, yeah, we've had some changes here with some people here. And anyway, he's like, I suggest you have the massage therapist come over to work on your neck and your mind and body because you got some emotional stuff. And so I'm getting the massage and my arms are hurting. And I explained to him, I go, well, I've been sitting in my chair. I've been working on these applications, several applications for Awesome Foundation for $1,000. And the first one was Oahu, Hawaii, Waikiki, Oahu. And I applied for the climate change category, on the water category, Seattle category for you, the disability category. And I sent out several, at least, I don't know, maybe over a dozen different applications. And guess what happened, Leon, yesterday? Through my manifestation, I get a contact from, her name is Catherine, from Waikiki, Hawaii, that says, congratulations, you've received $1,000 for us to bring your books to the Waikiki School for the Deaf. I was in tears of joy yesterday, Leon. We
Wow.
won.
Congratulations. That is super duper great news.
Yeah, so we're going to be needing to talk because what this group does is I contacted Lucy and Matthew expressing if they could go to the Equus Hotel to meet with Auntie Renee. They would drop off the check and they would do a photo shoot. And I explained that Suzanne and I are in Mexico working on the book. And then so we're going to be working that out. They want to talk with us. We hope to have them on the show next week. So possibly maybe Suzanne, Lucy, and Matthew, and you and I will be receivers from Catherine and the committee of the Oahu chapter of Awesome Foundation or the following week so that we can share the good news. So my thoughts were expressing to them is that when you are going to be in Waikiki in October, it happens to be anti-bullying month. So you and Lucy, because I'll be in Vancouver, Canada, if you would be kind enough to deliver the books to the Waikiki School for the Deaf, the coloring books and a water filter, we can help them start their school year And then in December, when you return, we will give them a second book for whale watching season, Underwater Acts of Kindness. And we should have Cool Acts of Kindness for Climate Change completed, and you can deliver Waterflow the Whale puppets. So how cool is that, that the universe is providing for us in this timely fashion?
That's
So
wonderful. And what you could do is just have the people meet me, and we can actually do a photo shoot with Auntie Renee. So maybe whoever's at the school, they can meet me um, at the hotel, and we'll just do a photo shoot with Auntie Renee.
well, we'd have to deliver the books to the Waikiki School for the Deaf. The photo shoot is next week to receive the check, but yeah, we'll talk to them also too
Let's talk
down
to
the
them,
road.
because the only thing, I won't have no vehicle when I'm there.
We'll work it out. We'll get you
Okay.
transportation, and they have sign language interpreters there. It's just exciting. The universe will provide, and this is something that we kind of talked about. And the universe was provided. So with that,
No
it
problem.
took me 15 minutes to fill out this application. And again, the massage therapist, I go, oh my gosh, my arms from typing and all this on my iPhone, but it was well worth it. I was crying yesterday, releasing the great emotions, and talking with Catherine. Also, the Winners Camp received my books. They'll be taking it to the camp for next week in Hawaii Kai. And they want to be on the show on August 3rd. And so the universe is sharing the stories with everything. And I just wanted to share that with you as well. So yeah, we're moving forward. So what we
That is
will do is
wonderful news. Wonderful
we
news.
will, yeah. So we'll work that out next week, and we'll let you know. So this will be all exciting, and we should have all the books and products. And if possible, we should maybe be able to hire Jay and his persons with disabilities to do a 12-week campaign then in October for anti-bullying month through whale watching season when you over there in Waikiki. So those are thoughts to action, and the universe has been listening, and I'm really excited for it. So thank you for letting me be here. I'm Marianne of Waikiki. I'm the author of the Acts of Kindness series featuring 200 folk Manus puppets. My books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and soundtrack by Lucy and the Perfect Wave. And so go out and play is our tagline. We have 10 Apple games. We're moving forward with this project. So any update, Leon, with your projects? When is the major funding coming?
Yeah, we're looking at probably within the next couple of weeks. So they're wrapping everything up now. So I would say August is going to be a huge month for what we'll be doing. So I'll keep everybody updated, but everything is looking really, really great on that. So yeah, we're all scrambling, getting everything together, conference calls, talking to the banks that's going to be doing the funding, with the consulting companies, to make sure all the I's is dotted, the T's is crossed, and we're going to be rocking and rolling. So things are looking really well. So I would say sometime in August, we should have everything like rolling.
Well, that's awesome. That's exciting.
Hey guys, I
Yeah,
actually have to head out.
by the time I go to Hawaii, we should be really, really rolling at that point. So yeah.
Yeah, well, you'll have books to deliver to the Waikiki School for the Deaf. So there's about 50 deaf students, 24 teachers, a school counselor. They'll have sign language interpreters there for you to be able to gift the books to them with Lucy if she's in town, possibly Auntie Renee. I'll be in Vancouver, Canada, but
yeah,
it's
and if
all going to work
Lucy's in
out.
town, she can probably pick me up, and we can go there and deliver them together. Just need the transportation.
Yep, that's not an issue.
Cool.
That's not an issue.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Count me in.
Awesome foundation. So we hope to have them on the show next week with all of us who have participated, the team of the Acts of Kindness series.
Hey guys, I have to get going. I gotta have me some lunch, but this is really, really fun.
Yes, it has. Thank y'all.
Definitely. Take care,
Thank
you
you,
guys.
Nancy.
I
Thank
left
you,
my
Rudy.
contact info in the chat. Awesome. Take
Thank
care,
you so
guys.
much. Yeah,
My
I'll be
pleasure, my
heading out
pleasure.
also, but thank you guys for everything, and let's keep it going.
There you go. Take care, guys.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye, Rudy.
Bye.
Oh, yeah.
So Barbara, welcome. Glad you're here.
I'm glad that I'm here too. Thank you. Thank you.
See, in the background here, we've got a ski show going on. They're at the competition here and catching some highlights. It's a little bit noisy, so I've been trying to stay on mute as much as I can. But we're having an awesome group that's been here today. So I would love it if you could introduce yourself and let us know what's all on your mind today.
I'm trying to get to video, and can I just lose you? No. Well, do you have a video of me right now or no? There it is. Start video. Okay, there we go. Yeah, actually, where I am right now, it's something I really would love to share about. It's the Shakespeare Festival that happens in Oregon at this time of year every year. And it's all these people that love theater that have been putting this together for, I think I was told, over 30 years. Where this town becomes magical. It's like they've become all these tea houses and all these wonderful restaurants, but there are all these theaters that happen here, and they have a big Shakespearean theater, and they have plays from Shakespeare's time that they bring into modern day times. They have what people have put together in the world of plays that, I'm sorry, I'm under pressure here, so I'm a little bit scattered, but that people have put together. The first time I was here, I was so impressed because they had something called Mother Road, and it was about bringing America together, understanding how interconnected we all are. And it was done so beautifully that in that play, you found yourself at one point laughing and another point crying. And the end of it, when we were told that this play was going to go to Washington, D.C., and so that Congress and people in the House of Representatives could feel the message of that show. Just get a standing ovation. And I've been seeing so many standing ovations and the energy that people have put into making this place just such a welcoming, beautiful, beautiful place. And there's free shows and the green show, which is always out in nature on the greens. And talent, bringing talent together from not just this country, but other countries too. And people wanting to communicate what their lives have been like in Cambodia. And what lives have a lot of sensitivity for the people that are the Native Americans whose land we're on. And there's just such intelligence and sensitivity here. Realizing that a lot of the words that Shakespeare put together, you see how many more times that same concept has been put together in books that came after Shakespeare's time, in plays and music that have come after. And I don't know, I kind of can't say enough about how magical this place feels with people that coming together, really appreciating words and peace, and this idea of meta, where we're saying, I want you to be well, and I want you to be happy, and I want you to be safe, and I want you to be peaceful and at ease. And people start playing music, and people in the audience are getting up, get up and dance to it. And I know when I was this hitchhiking crazy hippie in the 60s, you come to places, and even though I was smoking cigarettes then, but you come to places and they'd be, oh, there's no smoking here, and you were glad, vegetarian places, you didn't mind. I didn't mind not smoking because you loved the way it felt to be there. You loved the way the air smelled. And I'm wondering what my looks like the Florida Nature and Culture Center here. And oh, it Sue has in the background. It's beautiful. Anyway, I hope you can hear me. I hope I'm being articulate and audible and timely enough. But yeah, everyone on this planet should have a chance to go to a large university and just walk around and find out what they have passion about, what they love, from physics to theater. We should be able to do that, to appreciate what other people appreciate. And I've always thought that there'd be no war, that would people would really be able to appreciate life more and more, and how to nurture life and how to love life. And we're learning that now, as we're learning how to nurture and how to love our toddlers when they break down and they're crying, how we're going to make it so we don't break down. We understand about the limbic brain, that fight or flight rescue brain, and how to get to our prefrontal cortex, how to get to the front of our brain where we're using our education, we're using our language, we're using what we've learned, and how to help little ones get there and understand their ability to do that as we learn our own. And that's happening now. And it's exciting because we're not just creating thoughts, we actually create a connection with nature, a vibration that's so beautiful as we're learning to love. And that's what Einstein says was, of all the forces in the world, of all the vibrations, that's the most powerful. And that's what he wrote his daughter. Can y'all hear me?
Hola, Barbara. How are you? ¿Cómo
Very
estás?
good. Oh,
Guess what, Barbara?
What?
Guess what?
What?
Barbara?
my
I
friend.
won the Awesome Foundation grant this month. I applied at the beginning of the month and I won it. And I will receive $1,000 to gift the Waikiki School for the Deaf, the Acts of Kindness series books and coloring books, and Folkmanis puppets. And Leon will be out there in October. October is anti-bullying month, so he will be able to deliver them. I will be in Vancouver, Canada, and we'll deliver the books again when he's there in December for whale watching season. So the universe is provided. Awesome Foundation. Again, anybody can go on. There's different categories. There's different cities. There's cities there, Barbara, in Florida, Orlando, Miami, and all throughout the United States and other countries. I told Cheryl Scott in Canada to check it out. And so anyway, that's exciting.
That's so exciting. Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I'm like, I have to go someplace that can be a little noisier than it can be here.
I wanted to make sure to have a chance for Casper to introduce himself as well here with Barbara, because I don't believe you two have had a chance to meet yet.
No.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Sue. Yeah, I'm Casper. I'm from sunny South Africa, life and business coach, helping people to be more confident. And business side is just to help to grow your business and your sales through my coaching. And yeah, help just to be more confident. Yeah, that is me. Yes.
Oh man,
So
I'm sorry. I just got chased out from where I was because I got too excited and too loud, and I didn't hear everything that you just said.
yeah, sure. It is. I'm from South Africa. I'm a life and business coach, and I'm helping people to boost their self confidence. And in the business side, helping people just to grow their business by coaching them on their sales and to be more confident in their business as well. In their teams, like in the front desk receptionist or the salesperson, just to be more confident. And yeah, and to grow their sales and marketing through my coaching. So yeah, that is me in short.
Aha. That's great. That's great. If you actually see yourself helping people, that is so wonderful.
Yes. Yeah, Sue, thank
Yeah,
you so
I
much.
want
I also
to
have
hear
to
that.
go now. And Sue, thank you so much. You guys can find me on Super Confident Life and Business Coaching on my Instagram and Facebook page and LinkedIn. Yeah, Super Confident Life Coaching. So thank you so much, Sue, but I had to go, unfortunately. But thank you for the time. Thank you for everything. And thank you for the to be here. So yeah, have a super day further for you guys.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate it very much. It's good to see you, Casper.
Thank you. See you sometime next week on Wednesday again.
Excellent. Sounds good. Have an awesome day.
Thank you, you too. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Barbara.
Oh, thank you, and Sue, thank you for being
Bye.
such a good host. Bye. I look forward to getting to know you better, Casper.
So, well, and Marianne, I'm wondering if you're going to talk a little bit more about, I know you mentioned the Awesome Grant. Can you share a little bit more about what that's all about? And if people want more information on how that works, where would they find that?
Yeah, you just go on awesomefoundation.org and you click on there and it's about us. Every chapter has different I don't want to say specifics of how you will use this $1,000 grant. Every month they select somebody or a group with a community project, so to speak, that's going to benefit their community. And it just takes about 10 minutes. It's like, tell us why your project is awesome. And well, I wrote because the Acts of Kindness series are written for animation movies with sign language characters and soundtrack by Lucy Lynch in The Perfect Wave. Leon McLaughlin will be visiting Waikiki. We'd like to use this money for books and coloring books and folk Manus puppets for the Waikiki School for the Deaf that has 50 deaf students and 24 teachers and one school counselor on campus. And October is anti-bullying month, so we'd like to gift the book Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully, featuring Harry the Hard of Hearing Rabbit, Chelsea the Courageous Sign Language Chicken, Eve the Finger Spelling Bumblebee. And when Leon returns in December, we'd like to gift them the book Underwater Acts of Kindness, featuring Noah the Hard of Hearing Whale, and Dr. Fingers, the Finger Spelling Hermit Crab. And we also have the YouTube videos available and 10 Apple app games. So, and then I selected 5 photos of the books with the flyers that I have on my Acts of Kindness series website. That's actsofkindnessseries.com that my Fiverr graphic designers created, showing the book cover, the Apple app game, the puppet, and a song by Lucy featured in that book. And it's a beautiful flyer. And yeah, so all that combined, it took about 10 to 15 minutes to creatively write it out. And then it says, tell us a little bit about yourself. I wrote, I'm a hard of hearing author, Apple game developer. And in Hawaii, I volunteered to be a sign language interpreter for Mr. Scott at the Unity Church of Hawaii for over 10 years. And I also am a guest speaker on the World of Ability podcast on Saturdays. We'd love to have you join us. We're partnering with Leon McLaughlin to bring filters worldwide to schools. So we would bring a filter to the Waikiki School Deaf. And that's pretty much it. Because you're kind of limited, like 2,000 words. So being brief, be brilliant, and be gone. And the photos showed it. And we posted it. And guess what? I applied at the beginning of the month, and I got contacted yesterday. Congratulations. You're the winner of the July Awesome Foundation. And it was Catherine. We'd love to talk to you. So I was crying yesterday. I was taking an empath workshop. I was actually getting a massage to get rid of a lot of emotional and mental stress of things that were kind of going on, according to my chiropractor. And my arms were sore. And I told it to the massage therapist. I said, I've been sitting here typing all beginning of the month because we're indoors and it's hot, applying for these grants. So I could really feel when he was working out a lot of this. But that was a lot of cognitive thinking to creatively express and type that out. But it didn't take that long. And then going on and reviewing and contacting other people like Cheryl Scott in Canada. I talked to her and I said, hey, check this out. I contacted Tommy Tong in San Jose. I said, hey, check this out. You can apply for your projects with your Boy Scout troops. I contacted several different people. Emily was supposed to apply at the beginning of the month for the disability. The disability is you have to apply between the 1st and the 10th of every month. So Emily, I've asked you to put on your calendar every August, September, October, and November and December that we need to fly out a monthly application so that we could get funding for the disability channel. She is a podcast engineer. I'm also applying for that also because I'm a guest speaker, and we'd love to use that money to fund Jay Stoyan's public relations media television for hiring on persons with disabilities to promote the Acts of Kindness series during October anti-bullying month through whale watching season. So it can be a win-win situation. So just putting the good news out there. What they're doing is they're selecting people and doing, outdoor community projects. There's one on the water. There's a climate change chapter. There's a vegan chapter. There's different countries. I applied in Pakistan. I don't live in Pakistan, but I hire Pakistan fiber graphic designers, and I sent them the flyers of what they have created, and that there's 65 million people, deaf people in Pakistan that could benefit. And we could continue to create the app games or use this towards the fiber graphic team. And so creatively thinking outside the box here, and sitting down and taking that 10 to 15 minutes. Now, so you guys can check out Wisconsin, Chicago. I looked up the School for the Deaf. So some places they say that you got to live there. But they pay you through PayPal in some places. Now in Waikiki, they want to deliver the check. I'm not going to be there, but we're asking Lucy and her husband Matthew and Auntie Renee at the Equus Hotel to receive the check. They'll do a photo shoot. And Sue, I expressed to them that we'd like to have them on the show in the future with all of us, with Suzanne, my writer. The recipients, the team of the Acts of Kindness series on the website. Again, that's www.actsofkindnessseries.com. So we could have a live show and maybe possibly have Lucy sing so that people can see the award that we received. So pretty amazing. And Suzanne Sims, my writer, she received the Awesome Foundation Award several years back when she wrote Thrift Store, the musical. For the Unity Church of Hawaii, and they had the play in Honolulu. It was a great show, and we applied last year just to write the book. And I went back and said, "Listen, I'm gonna send them the photos. We're gonna start dedicating these books to the deaf schools in the different states to see what the community will do." So that's my goal. So doing some research on that, finding that out, and posting it. we'll see what happens. So that's the good news. So I'm very excited. Again, I was in tears of joy. I was crying, and it was a good, thought to action, and putting the time and energy in for 10 to 15 minutes, and look at the results. Now we're going to make so many people, 50 deaf children at the Waikiki School for the Deaf, coloring books for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, climate change, folk manis puppets where they can put their hands in and they can actually do sign language with the puppets. They can put on the glove puppets and do finger spelling. They have characters that they can associate with because they have a hearing loss or a disability, but they all come together about learning about plastics, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch between the island of Hawaii and California, which where they live, and anti-bullying of peace, love, happiness, and thanks, because what happens in the book is the other bullies did know sign language and they wanted to know, and they all come together and they have a rainbow birthday party and parade. We also have Pono, the Hawaiian polo pony, and features a deaf rider, which is very therapeutic. And we have the little mini horse there, and that's the Equus Hotel. Mike Daly, they on the North Shore. That's where I written the books when I was there. And we're going to present the climate change book when we're ready with that. So Suzanne and I are on chapter 4. Sue, last week I got to read the chapter with Leon in it, and I sent him the draft. And Suzanne, my writer, just bought a house in Ahihi, Mexico, by the Unity Church of Ahihi. She's having an open house, and she says, hey, I got to postpone writing with you right now because I'm having an open house. I have a guest, and oh, by the way, I don't have any water. Yeah. So I'm sure there's going to be more emotion in writing this book, as well as, experiencing not having any water versus just clean water. So that's what we've been working on this past couple of weeks. So thank you for letting me share that every week. I'm also doing a workshop I started yesterday with Oliver about empaths in regards to protecting your energy, using your energy. And I got to send it to him. I go, guess what? Right after I got off the workshop, I had a great massage. I was letting go of some stuff, creativity, mental, a lot of, physical in my arms. And then I got the good news that I won the award. How cool is that, Sue?
That is amazing, and well deserved. So glad you have gotten that under your belt, and I'm excited to see where everything is going. You've got so many wonderful things in your wheelhouse that are they're moving fast forward, straight ahead. So that this is a really, really good step. Appreciate it, and congratulations.
Yeah, so hopefully maybe next weekend we can have a live show with Lucy singing "Love Is the Only Way." So we'll
That
manifest
would be
on that
amazing.
with everybody's schedule. And Suzanne and I and Leanne will be there as receivers, and maybe we'll see if my deaf friend Scott will join us too. So anyway, that's the good news.
Beautiful.
And we'd like to talk to Jay. So we are receiving that money, and if it's my decision making, and if I can allocate half to the disability channel for the corporate sponsorship to move forward with a campaign during anti-bullying month and whale watching season in October with the flyer that he sent with us. This is what the universe is providing, what I've been asking for. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, and I know I've had the video up on what's going on the water. It's we're on the opposite side of the water here from where the actual show is taking place. So they've got the stage side on over there. You can hear in the distance that final horn that just went off. So that the show just ended, and now they are on their cleanup phase for getting ready for the next show to start in a half hour from now. So this was, I believe, the last show for the Division 2 section. And now after this, we've got 3 more shows coming up today that are some of the big teams coming on. And it's going to be an exciting rest of today and all day tomorrow. We've got another, I believe, 6 or maybe 7 that are happening tomorrow yet. And again, this is where we all got started with doing those demos of adaptive water skiing. So it's a nice time to get to sit back, enjoy, and actually reminisce a bit on where we all started with our adaptive skiing adventures. And this could not be a more beautiful weekend for this. I believe when I got out of the vehicle coming over to this side of the waterway, it said 82 degrees. There's just a hint of a breeze. This could not be more pleasant to just be able to sit here. And I think, let's see, even Minnie would agree. She's been enjoying her time out here and soaking in the sun and all of the fun out here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and have a sign off here for this amazing, beautiful, wonderful Saturday in July. Can't thank you guys enough. Barbara, Marianne, thank you so much for being here and doing what you do, because that's what makes this all possible. And we appreciate you very, very much. Have a wonderful week, and let's see what's coming around the bend. I'm excited for what's coming. You guys are the best. And for all of us here at the World of Ability, we thank you.